Pagpili ng ating kandidata for our 40% intelligence, our judge number.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, panel board of judges. I pick Honorable Judge number 10.
Judge number 10 is Kagawad Merly Fabregas.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening po.
Ito po ay galing sa aking anak na si Melody kasi pumunta po kasi siya Ilocos. Kaya ako ang pumalik. Ito po yung tanong, sa panahon ng social media, paano po papahalagahan ng mga kabataang babae ang kanilang kalusugan, pangkaisipan at pagpapahalaga sa sarili? Ulit po, let's go. Sa panahon ng social media, paano mo mapapangalagaan ang mga kabataang babae, ang kanilang kalusugang pangkaisipan at pagpapahalaga sa sarili?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, panel board of judges. It's not easy for me to answer this question because I am the first candidate who has entered the top 10. I might be the basis of the scoring tonight. But allow me to say this in order for me to answer that question. Allow me to say na ang tunay na kasagutan ay hindi nagagaling sa kaisipan. Bagkos ang pinakamagandang kasagutan na maaari namin ibigay ay nanggaling sa aming puso. Balik tayo sa katanungan na ibinigay ni Judge number 10. Sa panahon ng social media, paano ko mapapahalagahan ang kalusugan o mental health ng isang babae? Mga minamahal kong hurado manonood, alam naman natin na kapag sinabi natin babae, marahil ang tingin ng iilan ay magdadalang tao ka lang, ikaw ay rereglahin lamang. Ngunit naniniwala ako, mga minamahal kong hurado manonood, iba na ang panahon ngayon. Kahit ikaw ay isang babae, kaya mong magsilbi bilang isang tagapamuno sa iyong barangay na nasasakupan. Isang halimbawa na si Madam na nagtanong sa akin ngayong gabi. At sa panahon ng social media, how do I give importance to the mental health of every woman out there? It's very plain and simple. Nowadays, we are using social media to post something. Then definitely, I will use social media to empower women in a way that they deserve the respect, acceptance, at papuri sa lahat ng kababaihan. Ang kababaihan na nagsisilbi, ang kababaihan na hurado ngayong gabi ay halos lahat babae. Ngunit gusto ko sabihin sa inyo na hindi lamang kayo basta babae lang. Kayo ay nararapat bigyan ng pansin, papuri at pagpapahalaga. Dahil kung wala kayo sa mundo, wala ang lahat ng tao. Kaya naman, huwag natin pairalin ang violence, krimen tungkol sa mga kababaihan. Bagkos palakasin natin ang bawat kababaihan sapagkat malay natin, sila na ang susunod natin maging presidente. Yun lamang po ang aking napakasimpleng kasagutan. Kaya, marahil ako ang nauna, ngunit gusto kong sabihin, malay natin, kulay rosas ang bukas. Thank you.
Maraming salamat for candidate number 8.
So, paalala lang po habang sumasagot yung kandidata, walang papalakpak, walang sisigaw. Lalo na kung hindi nyo naiintindihan yung sagot.
Our judge number 7, Madam Angela Mendoza. Sa muli po, konting katahimikan lamang po para po mas maintindihan ang ating po mga kandidata. Angela Mendoza.
Idol ko yan! Idol!
This is my question.
Idol!
Tondo is known for being the scariest area in Manila. How will you convince other people that Tondo is a safe place to visit? Tondo is known for being the scariest area in Manila. How will you convince other people that Tondo is a safe place to visit? To be honest, I'm not from Tondo, I'm from Batangas. And when I was in Singapore, when I hear Tondo, they always say that magulo, masyadong chaotic. But as someone who travels within a budget, I've seen the world in a different perspective. I've seen that traveling is actually not about the beautiful places. It's about the people. It's about those people that make the place beautiful because it's their home. And that is something that I want to convince the people, that everything has a good and bad side. You just always have to look at things in a lens of gratitude. It's up to you how you can be optimistic and how you can perceive things. Because as they always say, beauty is everything. It's just in the eye of the beholder. Good evening, Tondo.
Thank you so much.
Candidate number 15.
So let's move on to our next candidate. Candidate number 14.
14.
Yeah.
It is my pleasure to be asked by judge number 3.
Judge number 3 is SK.
Ano, Madam Midel?
Okay.
Regina Midel.
Hi, good morning. My question is, kung huling araw mo na sa mundo ngayon, ano ang makabuluhang bagay na gusto mong gawin at bakit? Kung huling araw mo na sa mundo ngayon, ano ang makabuluhang bagay na gusto mong gawin at bakit?
Maraming salamat po sa isang napakagandang katanungan. Ang katanungan po ay nagsasaad ng ganito. Kung huling araw ko na daw po ngayon, ano daw po bang isang makabuluhang bagay ang nais kong gawin sa huling araw na ibinigay ng poong may kapal? Marahil napakaraming mga sumasagi sa aking isipan kung ano nga ba ang gusto kong gawin o nais kong gawin kapag huling araw ko na dito sa mundo. Ngunit, isa lamang po ang pinaka naiisip ko. Ito po ay puntahan ang aking ama at sabihin, hindi mo man ako tanggap, tatay, mahal na mahal pa rin kita. Mga kaibigan, hurado at maninood, para po sa kaalaman ng lahat, ako po ay produkto ng hiwalay na pamilya. Ang aking ina at ang aking ama ay naghiwalay dahil ang aking ama ay hindi tanggap ang aking kasarian bilang isang bakla. Ngunit sadyang napakabuti ng Diyos dahil binigyan ako ng isang tao na kayang tumindig upang magmahal, punan ng pagsuporta at tanggapin ako sa kung ano at sino ako. At ito ay ang aking pinakamamahal na ina. Kaya naman po, kung bibigyan ako ng pagkakataon sa huling buhay ko, hahanapin ko ang aking ama at sasabihin ko, Ama, hindi mo man ako tanggap sa ngayon, tingnan mo ako. Tingnan mo kung ano ang narating ko. Ano man ang mangyari, mahal na mahal kita. Thank you so much. Sapagkat lagi nating pakakatandaan na ang ating Ama, anuman ang ating desisyon sa buhay, itakwil man nila tayo, layuan man nila tayo dahil sa ating mga kasarian. Lagi nating iisipin na ang ating Ama, ginawa lamang nila yon upang protektahan nila tayo sa anumang diskriminasyon at panlalait. Ayaw nila na nakikita tayong nalalait, nakukutya at nadidiskrimina ng ibang tao na nasa isip nila na tanging babae at lalaki lamang ang nilikha dito sa ating mundo. Ngunit, kung nanonood ka man sa live, tatay, narito po ako, ginagamit ko ang entabladong ito at sasabihin ko paulit-ulit na mahal, na mahal, na mahal kita. Ayun lamang po at maraming salamat.
Thank you so much. Mahal na mahal kita, candidate number 14.
Yeah, Miss IC Isorena. At Casey Isorena. And Civic Judge number 2.
Judge number 2 is SK Chairperson Nunez.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Ayan. So, my question is, bilang isang proud member ng LGBTQ community, paano ka magiging inspirasyon sa mga kabataan? Again, as you can see, most of the audience here are youth and most of them are kids, di ba? Ayan, bilang isang proud member ng LGBTQ, paano ka magiging inspirasyon sa mga kabataan?
Thank you very much for that question, ma'am. Well, this is the moment where I would like to simply share a very inspiring story of my life. My life was not a bed of roses. I was only 7 years old when my parents has decided to end their relationship, and I was being left with my grandmother. And at the time, we're actually 8 siblings. Imagine how many we are. My grandmother wouldn't be able to send us all to school simply because she doesn't have any support from anyone, but just her aunt who lives abroad. But then again, as for myself, as I wanted to make sure that I'll be able to have a successful life in the future, I actually sent myself into school by counting on scholarship. And I am very proud to say that I finished secondary high school being the valedictorian of the class. And I wasn't able to pursue college. Yes, I am not a degree holder. But yes, it is a failed achievement, or it is a failed dream. But there is something you should know. Behind this failed dream, I am supporting 7 different dreams. I am the one that is currently sending my siblings to school. I am building their dreams. Even though I failed to fulfill mine, for as long as I know that this dream that I built for my siblings will be able to help so many people. Because the moment they will start their own life, they're gonna be able to be inspired that there is me as a part of the LGBT who once stood up for them. And one inspiring thing that everybody should listen to and should learn from me, especially our young ones right now. If you were born rich, that isn't the problem. But if you will die poor, that is definitely the problem. Because the moment you were born in this world, even you are not rich, even you don't have any property, even you don't have a big amount of money into your savings, as long as you can walk, as long as your body is complete, you can change the fate that you have in your life. Always just work hard and believe in yourself. Regardless of the doubt of a lot of people behind you, do not mind them. Because it's always you who is responsible for your own success. Kaya sa mga kabataan, hindi po huli ang lahat kapag tayo ay pinanganak na mahirap. Magiging huli lamang lahat kung tayo ay mamamatay na mahirap. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much.
Escala Silvestre.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
This is my question. There are issues of corruption in flood control projects in the Philippines. As a member of an LGBTQ plus community, how can you use your voice to promote honesty and accountability? Again, there are issues of corruption in flood control projects in the Philippines. As a member of the LGBTQ plus community, how can you use your voice to promote honesty and accountability?
Thank you very much for that very timely and relevant question. Flood control is one of the biggest issues here in the Philippines, wherein some of the funds that needs to be used in the Philippines for us to protect ourselves from flood is actually been stealing of our politicians. And also, aside from this, we will understand how politicians use the money of the Philippines to gain for their own needs and for their own wants. As a member of the LGBT community, how can I use my voice to promote integrity and honesty in terms of politics and leadership? Well, there are actually 2 types of promoting that I want to use. The first one is to educate every Filipino that is watching right now, that is watching on the live, that is watching on every platform that can be posted by our bloggers. I wanted to promote promote and I wanted to educate everyone that we, Filipinos, can change the leaders of our government. Therefore, we should always understand what power we have in this country. We can vote for the right leaders. We can vote for the leaders who is actually fighting for corruption as well. Who is a leader who don't have or doesn't involve or in any corruption in our country. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all remember na ang binoboto natin ay minsan kilala lang, minsan sikat, minsan nagpapakitang tao. But if we will going to understand this, what is a true leader means, the leader actually have a good heart, good credential, and good project for the community. That's why we need to be intelligent enough for us to vote for the right leaders. The second thing is promoting of all the leaders who can watch my question and answer right now, that always remember the Article 2, Section 27 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution state, that the state shall promote honesty and full integrity to eradicate graft and corruption. By that very essence, all of the leaders should know how laws works. They should understand how they can uplift the community without stealing, without being greedy, and without being abusive in their power. Come to think of this, ninanakawan tayo, binababoy tayo ng gobyerno. That's why we have this shared responsibility for our Filipino to vote for the right leaders and for our leaders to be right for the Filipino. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was our candidate number 4. Our judge number 6, Queen Bolong Altamirano.
Hi, gorgeous.
Hi, Queen Paula.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. You look so beautiful tonight.
Thank you so much.
So this is your question. What do you think is the essence of this beauty pageant?
Okay. The question was given to me is what is the essence of this beauty pageant? It's not about we homosexual or trans women standing in front of a lot of people who watching us this competition. Aside from that, I believe that we can give happiness to each and everyone despite of all the challenges that we experience in our life. And I believe that being a beauty buconera or a beauty contestant here in this Queen or Miss A pageant, it's not just only one thing that we're just coloring the world with a beautiful, colorful way. But what matters most is that when God gave us this wisdom, talent, and the intelligence of us a human being, we have this pure heart to love, to give, to understand, to be inspiration, and of course, to be a good example to each and everyone. Because what we care most is the people who watching tonight. That even though we are a homosexual or a trans woman in this society, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that we can stand as a human being, and of course, we can do our responsibility as a good example to each and everyone. And because of this beauty pageant, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that it proves that being a trans woman in front of you is not a lesser person in this world. But instead, I will put this gender identity as a challenge in this beauty contest. A challenge for us to become a better person and to be more productive and efficient in what everything I am into. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that we are equal in this world and we are equal with God's created. Thank you so much and good evening.
Judge number 4, SK.
Okay. Sa iyong opinyon, sinong Pilipino ang nakapagbigay ng pinakamalaking karangalan sa bansa? Again, sa iyong opinyon, sinong Pilipino ang nakapagbigay ng pinakamalaking karangalan sa bansa?
Wow. Thank you so much for that very interesting questions. because it talks about an achievement of a person. And gone are the days that we are being celebrated of us being a Filipino. And if you were going to ask me who is a Filipino who give pride to our Philippines, I think that is not a specific person, but a group of Filipino. And that is our teachers. Because remember, Heidi Litias, Catriona Gray, Manny Pacquiao, Lea Salonga, or other people who give pride and names to our country were not be given, taught, and learned without teachers. Teachers are the root of their learnings. Teachers are the root of what they have become. And teachers are the people who taught them to raise their flag fluently and proudly. And that's why I am here standing in front of you, telling everyone, amplifying what candidate number 4 once said, that we should also uplift the salary to our teachers because they are the root of our becoming. Without them, we cannot learn things. Without them, there's no doctor. Without them, there's no judges. And without them, there is no beauty queen who is also speaking, who is also giving information in front of you. That's why always remember that indeed education is the powerful tool to make this world a better place. But this tool will not be utilized without those person that we can call teachers. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And shipping judge number Pahira. Judge number 5, Mr. Jerwin Maestre. Go, go, go.
Okay. Your question is like this. What is your greatest fear in life and how will you overcome it? Uulitin ko, ano?
Pardon, sir?
What is your greatest fear in life and how will you overcome it?
Thank you so much for that a very, very challenging question. This time, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to answer the question to express and not to impress. Everyone has their own fears in life. Something that we do not want to happen, something that we do not want to obtain in our life. And if there is one thing that I fear, that is definitely to die and live in this world without my family being able to fully accept me. Because I know that each of us, we just wanted to be loved, we just wanted to be accepted, we just wanted to be embraced. And I am doing my very best for them to accept me. That is why I am always, each day of my life, I am being my best version of myself. As a transgendered woman, I experience a lot of challenges. And the most thing that I experience is not being fully accepted by them. That is why I know as long as I am doing my very best, I am able to overcome that fear. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, candidate number 2.
Gustong mag-shine, pero hindi lahat hanggang mag-serve. Paano mo ipapakita na ang tunay na galing at ganda ay hindi lang pang selfie, kundi pang sakripisyo?
Again,
Okay. Maraming gustong mag-shine, pero hindi lahat handang mag-serve. Paano mo ipapakita na ang tunay na galing at ganda ay hindi lang pang selfie, kundi pang sakripisyo?
thank you so much for that question. Well, we live in a world wherein we are already exposed in social media, wherein I have already understood that the power that social media holds doesn't really show what we are truly doing here for our community. So for the question is, how could I show to the people if I'm really deserving? Or how could I impress them? How can I prove myself and leadership to those people? Is simply by starting to my core. I stand here not only as a beauty queen, but I stand here as a communication student. And during my course, or during the years that I'm studying communication for 4 years, we have understood the true meaning of leadership. Leadership should not always come with the words that you have put, the words that you show to the people, but it should always come with an action. We see in every day of our lives some government officials posting their achievements. But do we really know how did they achieve it? Do we really know who are the foundations in order for them to achieve it? That is why I stand here as a communication student who actually wanted to encourage people to understand leadership in a way wherein it is not about the facade, but it is about the genuinity and also your interest and also your influence to change the lives of the people around you. Because leadership isn't just something that is monetary, it's just something that we can see on social media, but it's about changing the lives of the people along the way. So I think people, in choosing leaders and in praising leadership, we should always value the heart of that person and also the intention of that person, if it's true or it's not. Because at the end of the day, it is us who is going to suffer for their wrong intentions in life. That will be all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That was our candidate.
Hi, good morning.
Ito, katanong nito. Paano mo papaliwanag sa isang bulag at bibe at bingi ang salitang pagmamahal at bakit? I repeat. Paano mo papaliwanag sa isang bulag, bibe at bingi ang salitang pagmamahal at bakit?
Thank you for that wonderful question. So I believe love is a universal language. So despite if ever man na bingi ka, pipi ka, or bulag ka, as long as marunong tayo iparamdam sa atin or iparamdam sa kanila kung paano ba ang salitang pagmamahal. Therefore, hindi man nila maiintindihan in a logical way, pero mararamdaman nila yun. After all, I believe lahat ng problema dito sa mundong ito, isa lang ang solusyon na meron tayo. Ayun ang pagmamahal. Kaya ngayon, as a beauty queen and as a being or participate here at Binibini 123, I would like to use this platform na to love each other and to spread love. After all, kahit anong mangyari, kahit anong politic views ang meron tayo ngayon, iisa lang tayong mga Pilipino. At tayong mga Pilipino ay dapat magmahalan. Yun lamang po at maraming salamat.
Thank you so much,